Hey guys, it's Alyssa, and I'm going live again, and my sister's staring at me because apparently I'm weird for making lives. She doesn't appreciate you like I do. Jen, time to come in! Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna follow her, because, yeah. Get in this live! Right now. Oh, it's just a little sack of potatoes. Oh, hey. I can run too! I'm right behind you. I can't tell! Oh no! Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! She missed me by a hair. Oh my. Literally. Oh my god. I took her towel. Bye! Now? I'm taking a crap! What the? Oh no! Shut up! No! Jay, stop peeing! I can't, I'm sorry. Okay, shut up! She's actually trying to pick the lock. Oh my god! Go away! Before I slap you in the butt. That actually sounded pretty sexual. I'm gonna put the chat on. Wait. Ah, poo! There was one person on here and then he just left. No! Jaylene! That soda's toilet. Oh my god, I freaking hate you. There was one person on the live. And then they left because I started peeing. I probably shouldn't have done that. They were like, oh, I can see a girl, I can see a girl. No, I just dropped the phone. Oh. There was a person on the live. Okay, let's go back inside. Oh, shut up. Oh my god. We should go through my brother's drawer. Okay. No way. Is it a condom? Oh my god. Oh my god, Jay, look what I Jay. You got a surprise?
No.
I got you a present.
I know what it is.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Come on! Whee!
It's a carousel.
Where'd it go? Oh my god, it's freaking... Let me just zoom in to it. Jay, look at the camera. Just try to find it. Oh, it's right there. Okay. So, if the camera wants to focus, what else can we find in here? Old Spice. Hey, Jay.
What?
Look at the camera. Jay.
No.
Jay. Ooh, it smells good in here. I wonder who it is. Oh my god.
Headphones.
Oh, that's a lot. Stop. Back up. Oh no. Get away.
By the way, Brady on that with a sweetener. I just
Can't breathe. What else can we find in here?
There was a tsunami in Georgia.
I don't know what this is.
We are.
Ooh. Money.
Johnny Shark-doo-doo. Remember the Garden song? Baby Shark-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Fart. What the hell is this?
From ghosts to fairies to monsters that live in the forest, humans seem obsessed with proving or disproving the existence of the unexplained. In most cases, our logical side knows it's all ridiculous, but there is that shred of belief that keeps us fascinated and hoping it's true. The majority of creatures and phenomena that we become obsessed with are often based in little more than folktales and urban legends. In these cases, stories and evidence are fueled 100% by our imaginations. But what about those monsters and creatures who are based on fact? They may not be readily visible today, but there is strong scientific and historic evidence that shows they did exist many years ago.
What is it? Heck about. I don't even know. Oh, shut up. I'm gonna drink this. Like a bowl. Because I'm poor. Oh, you can't even see me. Because I'm poor. I done did. Yeah, that's pretty good.
For the prey it could swallow
That's pretty
whole,
good.
it's hard to imagine anything escaping a devastating bite from its 7-inch razor-sharp teeth. Yes, in comparison to today's great white shark, which usually grows to about 6 or 7 meters in length, the megalodon was the undisputed king of the ocean. No sea life was safe from the supersized shark since it lived and hunted in every major body of water across the planet. Surely, with such a presence and the fact that it's on top of the food chain, this great ocean dweller could still be around today. Experts are pretty firm on the idea that the monster predator is long extinct, but that hasn't stopped more than a few people from suggesting the megalodon could be dwelling deep in the oceans. The case 4. Despite scientific evidence to the contrary, there is a noticeable group of people who believe the megalodon still roams our waters. While experts believe that the megalodon went extinct over 2 million years ago, sightings of massive sharks within the last few hundred years have fueled speculation. In Indonesia, fishermen reportedly told stories of encounters with sharks that were over 20 meters or more in length. While some reports are often written off as an overactive imagination and exaggeration, believers say the number and type of sightings is more than a coincidence. Then there is the more tangible proof that some use as evidence to say the megalodon could still exist. Biologists often measure the bite marks on whale carcasses to figure out the size of the sharks that attacked them. In the 1970s, one bite mark was measured which came in from an 8-meter-long attacker. Sure, it's nowhere near the reported size of the megalodon, but its size suggested that the average 6 to 7 meter long great white may not be the biggest predator in the ocean. Finally, there is the point that science and experts don't always get it right. Biologists once believed that a fish known as the coelacanth went extinct 65 million years ago. Then, in 1938 and again in 1952, examples of this fish were actually caught. It turns out that coelacanths live at great depths and often hide in valleys or caves, but they do continue to exist. Those who believe in the continued existence for the megalodon suggest this slips open the door further to the possible existence of the super shark. For those of us who are overly optimistic, all of this suggests there just could be a few megalodon lurking in the world's waters. Now, the case against. Scientists are all certain that not a single megalodon exists today. Sure, these experts have numerous degrees from school and have spent their lives working with life underwater, but what's their real proof, you may ask? Experts argue that species that do exist leave some sort of trail. For instance, current sharks shed their teeth and leave carcasses that wash up on shore when they die. Even squids, which live in the darkest depths of the ocean, provide proof of existence when they wash up. There have been no cases of new megalodon teeth being found or massive megalodon carcasses washing up on any beach anywhere. Yes, extremely large great white sharks have washed up on shore, and very large bite marks have appeared on whale carcasses, but these do not prove that megalodon exists, only that there are some bigger than average great whites around. Finally, biologists are certain that changes in the world's environment millions of years ago sealed the fate of the massive megalodon.
So
They
dirty
cite dropping sea levels, colder temperatures, and an eventual decline in the food supply as factors which contributed to the demise of the megalodon. Specifically, as whales migrated to colder polar regions, the bulk of the megalodon population found itself without enough food in its favored tropical dwellings, leading to its eventual extinction. Even if the creatures were still alive today, their food source would be found close to the surface, requiring the megalodon to hunt in areas where it would be highly visible, similar to the great white shark. The final verdict. Humans still remain in the dark about a lot of what happens in our oceans. So much remains to be explored, and we seem to continuously be running into undiscovered species all the time. All of this provides a bit more hope to those who really want to believe a
If you believe the
50-ton
megalodon's
shark
still
lives
around,
on.
just comment down below
Realistically,
because I
the
do.
facts suggest the megalodon has gone the way of the dead.
And
Those videos
if you
and pictures
believe
we've got
that the
online have all been proven fake by
megalodon
forgery,
is
and the
still
places
alive
remain
or
of
any
significant
other
change in the world
other
millions of years ago
fish that
likely made
you
it too
think
difficult for
historical
massive megalodons
fish
to
is
live on.
alive,
Does the
or
megalodon
any
still
other
exist?
sea
Hard
creature,
evidence
or
suggests
anything
that.
that
animals like
As
a
with many
unicorn.
legendary
Well, I
creatures,
know they're not
there's
real.
always
It's
a little
God.
bit of
It's like
doubt
the
to keep the door open to the most imaginative and optimistic amongst us. So,
But
what do you think? We want to hear what
mermaids
you
are
have to
still-
say in the comments.
they might
And while you're here, here's a couple other videos.
And
that
if you
might be
do find
interesting.
any of
Don't
those
forget to like,
mythical
and subscribe.
creatures,
Thanks.
please a like.
And please send us a picture. 'Cause we
For
don't
real
know.
though.
Yeah, literally.
That's a big shark. Can I have some? Can I have some? Thank you.
Mom, the video's starting. Alyssa.
Top 10 largest sharks in the world. The superorder of sharks is made up of the predators that cause the most fear in humans. There are 375 species of sharks in the world, many of which are surprising because of their large size. Number 10. Pacific sleeper shark. It can reach up to 14.4 feet in length. It inhabits the Pacific Ocean, from the surface to more than a mile deep. The warmer the waters, the lower it inhabits. In some areas, it remains in the dark depths during the day and emerges at night. It moves very slowly, which allows it not to be detected by its prey. It feeds on octopus, fish, and crustaceans that it sucks and crushes with its jaws. Because food may be scarce at the bottom of the ocean, it can store some in its stomach. In spite of being a shark, it is attacked by killer whales who only feed on their liver because the rest of their body is harmful to them. Poor baby. Number 9. Short-fin mako shark.
Oh, I've hit my shark before.
It is also known as bonito shark. It can reach up to 14.7 feet in length. It lives in all the oceans, except in the Arctic and Antarctic, since it is a warm water fish. It is usually found far from the coasts, in between the surface and 490 feet deep. It feeds on small fish, dolphins, swordfish, and even small cetaceans that it attacks by biting them from
What's
below,
that?
often tearing pieces of their sides and fins. That's cruel. It can swim at a speed of 61.6 feet per second and jump up to 29.5 feet above the water. It is quite aggressive. It has attacked people, and
But
there
by
have
the way,
been
guys,
cases
this
in
is
which it
shark,
jumped
not
into boats.
snake
So
week.
even on a
Shark
yacht,
week.
people are not safe from them. Number 8. Giant hammerhead shark. This species is characterized by its T-shaped head. Its eyes and nostrils are located at the ends of the head. In this way, by simply tilting, it can see what is located behind it. Its back is gray or brown and its belly is white. Females are larger than males and can reach a length between 15.7 and 18 feet, although a 19.6 feet specimen has been found. It lives near the continental shelves and feeds on fish and crustaceans. It can detect a drop of blood almost a mile away. He's practically a vampire. Hammerhead sharks are solitary in adulthood, but young ones travel in groups. They have a special predilection for eating rays, which they attack from above. The poisonous thorns do not affect them. It's oviparous, unlike its relatives of other species. Excessive hunting and the fact that it only breeds once every 2 years has made it an endangered species. 7. Tiger shark. It gets its name from the series of dark stripes on the backs that tend to fade with age. The largest specimen found was 18.04 feet long. It inhabits tropical waters, especially in the Central Pacific. It is a super predator that can gobble up anything, including objects made by humans. Even a car plate has been found inside. It is considered one of the most dangerous species that, unlike the white shark, not only bites the human being, but also eats it. Its tip facing one of the sides have proven useful in breaking hard surfaces like turtle shells. For the tiger shark, breaking bones is nothing.
Okay.